Last week's video on the history of transit in New York City took a very long time to create. So if you haven't seen it yet, be sure to check it out. It's a great, informative video. Links in the video description. For this week, I want to take some time to give some commentary on the Identitarian movement. Now, for everyone in the US, you probably have no idea who the Identitarians are. However, they have been increasingly growing in popularity in Europe in recent times as a youth wing of the far right. The closest we have to them in the United States is the alt-right and Richard Spencer's outfit. In Europe, their ideology is a lot more disguised than it is for these groups in the US, since Europe is comprised heavily of ethno-states. The Identitarians easily blend in with the more mainstream right-wing movements throughout Europe that have been rising to power amidst the recent migrant crisis. France for French culture, Germany for German culture. These are very reasonable arguments. Migrants must assimilate. But the Identitarians take it a step further. France is for people of French descent. Germany is for people of German descent. It's a minor nuance, but the implications are huge. Everyone who is not German by race has no place in modern Germany. The Identitarian beliefs are as close to fascism as we have today. They want a big authoritarian government to enforce ethnic and racial purity. Let's be straight. Most of them are not Hitler, but they sure wouldn't dislike a second coming of someone like Mussolini. What's worse is how they're structured. New recruits, let's call them that, are offered military-like training in underground facilities, straight out of some dystopian novel. They think they're fighting an underground revolution. Although theirs may be cultural, they stay prepared for violent conflict, which is what they train for. And they sure don't stray from confrontations, ranging from physically trying to block migrants from entering to engaging with counter-protesters in the streets. Antifa was born in Europe to counter the Identitarians, and the two have a long-standing tradition of clashing in the streets. When the alt-right started to rise in the United States, Antifa wasn't a new phenomenon. Their ideas merely migrated over the Atlantic Ocean. Let's be clear, this group is bad and can only lead to trouble. They are a militant fascist youth wing with paramilitary underground training, minus the guns. They are violent race supremacists who want to wage a revolution to counter what they call white genocide. Don't let them fool you, and don't confuse them with ethno-nationalists. There's nothing wrong with the ethno-state, but there's everything wrong with the racial state based on racial superiority. With groups like this around, only one thing is certain. The fascists will be clashing in the streets with Marxist groups like Antifa that rise in response. And having this occur frequently isn't a part of history we should be very keen on returning to. If you like this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you want to support more content like this, consider supporting us through Patreon, PayPal, or by shopping with our Amazon affiliate link. Links are in the video description below.